From the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, I'm Noah Grabianski. A portable device that tracks human movement can analyze potential concussions and other motor function conditions in real time. As KBIA's Kaylee Ibera reports, researchers are now looking into commercializing the project.
The Mizzou Point of Care Assessment System measures human movement across different ages from children to older adults. They've tested over 700 people through this project and have used it to measure cognitive impairment, movement disorders, and now concussions. Trent Guess is an associate professor in the physical therapy department and director of the Mizzou Motion Analysis Center.
We can go into a training facility. We can go like an assisted living facility. We've done this in the hallways of schools. We have a tool that can measure how people move. And one of the applications for this is concussion.
Based on motor function, they can also track recovery and lingering effects of the concussion. Guess wants to commercialize the technology, starting with athletic performance assessments and expanding to other health applications. I'm Kaylee Ibera, KBIA News.
Missouri's gun law that banned local police from enforcing federal gun laws was rejected by the U.S. Supreme Court today. The High Court refused to hear the state's argument seeking a ruling on whether the state can block police from enforcing federal gun laws, particularly when there isn't an equivalent state law. The measure was called the Second Amendment Preservation Act and was championed by the state's Republican majority. It was signed by then-Governor Mike Parson at a Kansas City gun shop in 2021. The High Court's decision effectively kills the law, but Missouri Republicans have been working on another version. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is expecting corn production nationally to be about 13% higher than last year, but experts say strong yields across the country tend to drive crop prices down. A recent report from the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis found farm incomes decreased in the second quarter of this year. Joe Mann is the Regional Outreach Director for the Minneapolis Fed.
Crop prices for what farmers are producing on an acre of land have been coming down, but those operating costs are still pretty high for most of them, or at least they haven't come down in tandem with crop prices.
The Trump administration reportedly plans to release details about new support for farmers this week. The temperature in Missouri can vary widely as summer shifts to fall, and it turns out crickets can be a reliable way to measure the temperature outside. That's due to Dolbear's Law, which was established in 1897 and correlates to temperature and how often snowy tree crickets chirp. Tim Bryce is a senior meteorologist for the National Weather Service in El Paso who created the Cricket Chirp Converter tool. He says people can enter the number of chirps they hear and have the temperature calculated into Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin.
We know that weather impacts our lives in certain ways, but it also impacts the lives of the pets, the animals, all around us.
Counting the number of chirps in 15 seconds and adding 40 will give the temperature in Fahrenheit. I'm Noah Grabianski, KBIA News, Columbia.